What's up, you guys? My name's Noah. I make music as Haterade, and you are watching The Productive Producer. Today I've got a really cool remake in Vital. We're going to be remaking one of Habstrakt's basses from his song called Right Here. I'm not going to play the song for you guys because I don't want to get a copyright strike, but I'll leave the link in the description so you guys can check it out. But we're going to be remaking the sound right here today. So let's get into Ableton and I'll show you guys what we're doing. Real quick, guys, too, if you guys want to finish more music, grab my finishing music checklist. It's in the description of this video. It'll help you finish more music. It's been really helpful for a lot of people, and I'm sure it could help you too. So now let's get into this sound. So I'm going to start from scratch here. And the only thing you're going to need outside of Vital here is the amp from Ableton, and you'll need a brass sample. This is what the MIDI pattern looks like. They're dotted quarter notes, and then there's a couple of triplets right here. Really simple sound. It's not going to take a lot. We don't need any fancy wavetables or anything. We're just going to give it some unison right here. Give it about 10 voices there. And we're going to bring it down 3 octaves, -3, -36 there. So that's the first part. Then we're going to do the same down here with this one, except I'm going to use a different saw wave. You can use like a bunch of different saw waves. Doesn't really matter. So we're getting there. Bring this detune down a little bit, and then I'm going to go to advanced and switch the detune mode to octave. That's going to give us a little bit more tonality on the top. Then we're going to get the sub going here. I'm going to use a sine wave. And I'm going to go direct out with this. That's going to give us a little bit more bass there. Then what we're going to do is we're going to set up the filter. So the filter, we're going to need a bandpass filter. So what you need to do is just hit analog. I think we'll go with 24 here. Then grab this knob right here, and we're going to bring that into the middle and bring down the resonance. We don't want any resonance on this guy. So we only need to make sure that oscillator 1 and 2 are both going to filter 1. Okay. Then we're going to grab the LFO shape here. We're going to set it to envelope mode, and we're going to pull this all the way right there. I'm going to curve this line here and curve this line here. And we're going to drag this LFO1 to the cutoff. And we're going to switch that to quarter note. And we don't want like too much movement there. And we'll actually pull this on that same, on the sub oscillator knob here for the level. Pull it up a little bit so the sub doesn't completely disappear. Then what we're going to do is we're going to throw on a multi-band compressor. You see we get a lot of that beef back into it. And then we're going to add a soft clip. Add this LFO to the soft clip drive knob here too. And then we're going to add another filter here. We're going to throw this, we're going to use a low pass filter for this one. And we're going to have this one reach all the way up. And that's pretty much it for this sound. Like, we don't need too much more with this. I think we're going to keep this simple for now. And you can hear, without the amp, listen to what this sounds like. So my amp settings right here, I've got the amp set to bass. And bass is my favorite for, just making any sort of basses because, well, it's made for basses, but it also gives us this nice texture on top here. I've got the bass pulled down here. We could probably give that a little bit more. And then the treble up and the presence up, and then the mids down. The values for each of those are bass at 3.49, middle at 3.33, treble at 7, and presence at 7.4. And then I've got the dry wet at about 39%. And then what we have here is the brass stab, which you could use like a number of different brass stabs here. I went for something that was low, but wasn't like super, super low, because the bass right here is already really, really low. I'll pull this back to how it was so you guys can see. This is what the bass sounds like, or the brass sounds like. So this kind of like pops in a little bit, but in the original, the bass or the brass is a little bit sticky. So I switched this to one-shot mode, and then I brought up the fade out, and we're gonna just roll this back here, just like that. And I turned up the volume a little bit too. So then running that into the amp, it sounds like this. So both of them together. And then this is what it sounds like with the drums. Super easy, really straightforward, and anybody could do it because Vital is free. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, consider clicking like on it and subscribing. I'm putting new videos out every single Friday. So we'll see you guys next week.